Hello there, and welcome to this supersized edition of FiveRoundMMA. My name is Alex Maris, alongside Ms. Albert Cedar, Guillermo Cedar. Super Saturday is in the books. We're going to skip over the Super Bowl.
I thought you said super size because I thought because of our weight gain. I don't know if people have noticed, but we did.
Don't be putting me. We ain't no we here. It's
I thought you were on a diet.
I mean, muscle weight.
Oh my god.
No.
Wow.
Anyway, UFC 169 took place this past Saturday. You want to talk about muscle mass? Alex Overeem did fight, right?
Yeah.
Actually, he was leaner than the usual Overeem. He wasn't as a giant.
Was
as
there
he
a
was.
ream to this one?
No.
I don't understand that question.
No. Well, because he watches the ream.
No,
I
didn't see that there's an episode of Reem.
Is
but
it because he's out of
it could be because he was in Thailand.
Yeah.
And I don't really know the laws of Thailand. I don't even know if you can film there, to tell you the truth. So I don't know. Because they do some
you
crazy.
film, but you can't
the
take
only thing I remember when I think Thailand is that one clip they show of Roger Huerta getting chicken blood on his face. So I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
It's so random too that Mike Swick has a gym in Thailand too.
Oh yeah, Mike Swick has
the AKA Thailand.
Yeah, if you follow him or Roger Huerta
He's
on
feeding a praying mantis
Instagram
with some water.
Yeah, all they do is post pictures of them kicking it in Thailand and training Muay Thai. It's kind of cool actually.
Yeah.
But UFC 169. 2 title shots on the line. Jose Aldo against Raquel Lamas, Renan Barão, Uriah Faber, also Alistair Overeem versus Frank Mir. I think the big story of UFC 169 was, I want to ask you guys, was the main event bout between Renan Barão and Uriah Faber stopped too early?
100% yes.
100% yes, but doesn't change the outcome that Renan Barão had that in the bag.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. You never know. I mean,
Uriah Faber was in a tough spot. But at the end of the day, you gotta follow the rules, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how else you can intelligently defend yourself than blocking one whole half of your face and the other half of the face underneath the Renan Barão's leg.
Faber said Herb Dean told him, "Show me something,"
and you give him a thumbs up.
So I mean, what more do you want? And then it's just like.
But see. Like I think we were talking about it last night too. Was that Dana White praises this guy so much, and I said from the very beginning, I never really thought he was such a good ref.
Yeah.
I mean, he had some good calls sometimes.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I never thought he was like the greatest ref ever.
Yes.
I saw some questionable calls all the time or questionable stoppages from him. And I mean,
I don't know. I think maybe he was protecting Uriah Faber from himself.
No, but at the end of the day, this is a championship fight.
Yeah,
exactly.
I agree, but I mean,
when it comes, that's why that's the annoying part to me. It seems like every time it's a championship fight, they don't let it go how it's supposed to go. But when it's
like decisively,
where's Josh Rosenthal when he's in jail? Sorry,
but then there's sometimes when the fight matters. I mean, there's no first contendership on the line or anything, and they let the guys almost die in the octagon. So it doesn't make sense to me. The guy was intelligent, defending himself.
I like Herb Dean overall. Yesterday, he had a questionable call. But other than that, when do you hear Herb Dean?
I hope Herb Dean gets exposed by this.
To your point, Dana White did say Herb Dean did blow the call. Pretty much, it was consensus everywhere.
But when do you hear that in a sentence? Herb Dean blew the call.
A lot on Saturday. I tell you that much all the time.
He's human. Everybody makes mistakes.
And the other thing that really, really bothered me was they were quick to set up the Jose Aldo Anthony Pettis fight. Like right there and then, they pretty much set up the fight. But I didn't hear anything about a rematch or it should be automatic rematch.
You would think too, like Faber.
Why winning that?
Oh, you're right. Faber did the ultimate favor, stepping up into this fight short notice. But
at least give him a full training camp and a rematch.
And he gets kind of shafted this way, and no, you're done. Go back to the line.
I mean, I'm not saying they're not going to do that, but I'm saying it should have been something that they should have instantly said at the time.
Yeah.
And we'll have more to say about this later, but I'm just saying that I got a little bit disappointed that Anthony Pettis and Jose Aldo got booked before Uriah Faber and Barão.
Allegedly. It's a speculation. But I'm honestly no credit taken away from Renan Barão. I mean, this guy's...
No, yeah.
Guillermo calls him the real-life Ryu, right?
Oh, heck yeah. Man, I love Renan Barão. I don't care what you guys say. Renan Barão...
Well, we're not saying that. We're saying that the end result...
If Uriah Faber was doing something really amazing for Renan Barão to come and stop it right away, like, hey, no. This is my weight class. This is my belt. You don't stand a chance against me.
All credit to Renan Barão.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like you're a Frankie Edgar fan, so if like you are, but
I am. I love Frankie Edgar.
Would you be mad if Frankie Edgar was in this position? Like, because Frankie Edgar has heart and the will, and he's gonna keep going, right?
Well, the thing about Frankie Edgar is he's gonna get up.
No, we
can
go back to that Gray Maynard fight. We could go back to the Gray Maynard fight.
Yeah.
Technically, that could have been the same form of stoppage. What would have happened?
Who was the ref on that one?
Was it Herb Dean? Was it?
I don't know.
It could have been. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Stat boy, look that up.
Yeah, please. But I just say it's just Faber got the shaft on Saturday. I mean, that's a short notice fight.
No, I agree.
I think it's just not fair. I mean, he was super
deserved
classy afterwards.
a better chance to win the
2
belt.
weeks notice he took this
That's
fight.
the other thing too. Uriah Faber's always knows what to say. I think he never buries himself on what he tells the media, and I think he still keeps himself in a very high level. The way he always
a professional level.
Yeah. And I think people don't appreciate that much because, especially in MMA, you have a lot of personalities and a lot of people that are not very keen to what they're saying. Mm-hmm. And I think Uriah Faber always carries himself the right way, and he always says the right things.
Yeah. Well, I'm not bashing Uriah Faber if that's what you guys are thinking. I'm not bashing it. I like Uriah Faber. I just think Henry Brown is in a class of his own.
Yeah, I mean, but just the ending was just with the sour taste in his mouth.
But
enough with the drama. We had some pretty interesting fights.
Well, let's drop back down to
let's go down now.
The second title fight, Jose Aldo versus Raquel Lamas, who I think Raquel Lamas did everything he did not to lose the fight, but did nothing to win it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. He survived basically.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure what his game plan was. Was it just
Albert
to
was talking about that actually on the drive over here. The game plan, it seemed like at the last 2 minutes of the fight, you finally saw the game plan. And it's like, where was that in the beginning of the fight?
Yeah, I think
it almost worked too.
Yeah, I think honestly he just wanted Jose Aldo to throw whatever he had, survive it, and hope that he tires out, and then he beats him. But I mean that backfired him. But I'm pretty sure it almost felt like that's what it was because I didn't really see no strategy or anything like that. To his credit, he said in the post conference that he understands he didn't stick to it, the game plan, or whatever. So he says there was a game plan, he just didn't stick to it.
I just have a question for Albert. What did Ricardo Lamas walk out to, sponsorship-wise?
What did he walk out to?
Because you told Alex he's going to be wearing a black shirt.
He wore a Bad Boy shirt.
Oh, okay.
I remember because nobody's sponsored by Bad Boy anymore. But
he had one?
Yeah, Bad Boy shirt.
Oh, so I guess he's the last.
Well, at the last Machida, right? That was all downhill since then.
It was.
But Jose Aldo comes again. Another knock on Aldo, saying he can't finish a fight. I mean, if you're gonna rank the two, Henry Barral, because Joe Rogan last Saturday was talking about pound for pound Jose Aldo, but I think after these past three performances, who's in your guys' opinion, pound for pound, who's higher on the list, Henry Barral or Jose Aldo?
Henry Barral.
I want to say Henry Barral, but just by who he's beaten, it's Jose Aldo.
Really? I mean, like, I think it's Henry Barral, I'll tell you. I mean, because, like, don't you think once you put proven finishers on well, I mean...
Yeah, but look at the list of
Jose Aldo put himself underneath Henry Barral, I think, because the last 4 fights, but he hasn't been a finisher, while Henry Barral has always been a finisher since he got into that championship level.
But Jose Aldo's finished fights, too.
He had before he had the championship.
You can't finish every fight. You can't finish every fight.
You can't, but...
the Jose Aldo can't. I mean, he stopped... Mark Hominick went to decision. Kenny Florin went to decision. Frank Yeager decision. Raquel Lamas decision. You could count the Korean Zombie, but that was stopped because he separated his shoulder. And his last finish was Chad Mendes, but we all kind of know how that kind of ended.
He beat Faber too.
Before we get off that subject too, he was still grabbing onto the fence against Ricardo Lamas.
That's true too.
Man, didn't he seriously start penalizing those people? I want to say Brazilians because it's mostly Brazilians that do it. They need to stop grabbing that fence.
I want to see the statistical.
I'm pretty sure I'm right, but they need to stop grabbing that fence. I'm sick and tired of them cheating.
Yeah.
That's straight up cheating. You might as well just blow the guy.
I just think wrestling's catching up to them, and that's what they fear.
And then that's how they practice in the gym.
Grab the fence. I think if Henry Barral and Jose Aldo still stay on the same trajectory, Jose Aldo is going to Henry Barral is going to far surpass Jose Aldo. Just because like people like finishers.
The only thing I see that'll probably bite Henry Barral is where he's at in the weight class.
Yeah.
Jose Aldo can do these super fights at 155.
There's a lot more stars than
145. Well, Henry Barral, I mean, you move up to 145. Is there really a super fight there for him?
No, Jose Aldo.
No, because Jose Aldo won't fight in the team. That's what I'm saying. Man, yeah. So, I doubt he can move down to flyweight.
Even that's kind of like...
Yeah, his best opportunity is if Mighty Mouse goes up, but even then, people be like,
Cruz, so.
I just think Henry Barral could move up to 145 once Jose Aldo goes up to 155.
I'm not saying that, but is the competition there where you can,
the competition might be, but the names are going to be there. If let's say
Swanson, the Chad Mendes,
Frankie Yeager at 145. This is if they all take a step up. take a step up.
Oh.
Yeah, names. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want. Names. It's not. Why do they make a big deal when like someone wants to fight Shogun or someone wants to fight Machida? It's for the name, not necessarily.
Yeah. Frank Yeager, I don't think it's no one. I mean, you beat him.
Frank Yeager's going to be
and all these names don't want to be the stepping stones.
Actually, it got kind of for the 145. It got it's so thin that they're actually throwing BJ Penn out there as a contender.
Wow.
If he beats Frank Yeager
At 145.
Yeah. Because they're talking about, well, who's next for Jose Aldo?
We can talk about this later because I think
a lot,
the same thing
more
too.
meat on this bone here. So let's drop down another one. Alistair Overeem versus Frank Mir. I think if Alistair Overeem would have lost, he probably would have been fired on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
But Frank Mir lost. I think he's going to give the option to retire or maybe fight.
Find an office job.
Yeah. Or
maybe one more fight.
Keep fighting one more fight. Yeah. But I think because judging by Dana White's comments, if Overeem would have lost, he would have been gone that night. So
how many fights does Overeem have?
I think he has 3 more left.
He's like 2-2 in the UFC, right?
Yeah.
But thoughts on the Overeem fight? What do you think?
I think the Reem is improving slowly, and I think one of the first steps he did was leave the Brazilians.
Honestly, he didn't help himself either by calling out Brock Lesnar afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think it showed he wasn't very.
I liked it, but that hurt him more.
Yeah, because he didn't show like he wanted to really be a contender.
They actually they asked him to
call out Junior Dos Santos. That's what he should have done.
Yeah. They asked him about JDS. And he's all,
well, I'm gonna take a holiday and then we'll figure it out. But he's
that's
okay.
What his answer was. Yeah.
He was quick to say, I'm on for Brock Lesnar, but then when they bring in JDS, I have to take my holiday first, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Another name floating around for Overeem is your boy Stipe Miocic. Are you interested in that matchup?
Well, I see Stipe Miocic winning that.
I want to see that Brock Lesnar match. I'm not gonna lie, and I got Brock Lesnar.
You want to see it in UFC or WrestleMania? Both.
I want to see them both. Yeah, I want to see these two. I want to see these two
pre-scripted and then the non-scripted.
I want to see these two promotes come together and make this happen. And I got Brock Lesnar on both. I got him winning WrestleMania and winning
UFC 175. So also it's a pretty big flyweight bout too. John Linkener.
Wait, before we leave it too, it would be pretty amazing if Overeem won WrestleMania and Brock Lesnar won the actual fight. That'd be mind blowing.
What was that say about the booking in WWE, right? Batista can come in and win the Royal Rumble. I'm
sure Overeem can come in. You're getting into some sour spots here.
Anyways, also flyweight. Ali Baragadov solidified himself maybe as the next flyweight contender for Mighty Mouse, and also I guess Trujillo won, right? I don't know who this guy is.
I put him on my to watch this, and you just saw. I really do wish he would switch camps because it seemed like he could have been. I don't think the game plan was really there. I don't even think he had a game plan. I think he even said in the post conference, "Oh, nah, just go in there and fight," and you could tell that he went in there and just fought. But the talent's
Jamie
there.
Warner to the limit, didn't he?
Yeah, but no, he knocked him out in the second round. It wasn't the limit. But you can see the talent's there. I just hope he cleans some areas up. But
before that, it was Bobby Green versus Trujillo.
Yeah, and then one of my guys was going to lose.
Yeah. So also before we end this segment here, we want to just talk about our very first guest, our good friend Kevin Lee, made his debut.
Yeah.
Awesome
at the
fight.
UFC. I think came on the short end.
Yeah.
It seemed like they really wanted to. If you listen to the broadcast, it was kind of Al Iaquinta clinic.
I heard a lot of praises for Al and not enough for Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee is watch out for him. But I think Kevin Lee looked superb. I think that last round he looked kind of a little tired to me, but other than that, I think you should watch
young
out.
Still.
Yeah. The first round didn't go his way, but he survived it. The second round, I thought he had it. I mean, I thought he was going to get that choke. I mean, he was really on there. The third round, it went a little bit back and forth. But like you say, he seemed to not be the aggressor in the third round. But overall, it was an awesome fight. I think
our good friend.
Yep. Yeah, and I think he did enough to at least tell the UFC he deserves another chance in the UFC.
Also, great follow on Twitter, so you can follow him at Kevin at the Motown Phenom. Also, great insight. He always responds back to the fans.
Whenever there's a card,
he puts up good comments.
Entertaining.
Yep, Kevin Lee. So keep an eye out, guys. Letting you know now. Is that it? UFC wants anything else?
Pretty much it.
None of your other guys on the list. This card. No Albert Cita list. No.
It was a pay-per-view we could have passed.
Yeah,
let's just say that.
It was, but it was full of storylines, which we want. Right, we want storylines here.
I guess it didn't live up to the Super Sunday.
No, I guess not. So stick around, guys. We have a great interview with Michelle Massicotte, Redemption Martial Arts Ambassador. So stick around.
Please visit FiveRoundMMA.com on our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. FiveRoundMMA.com.
All right, joining us now on the 5-Round MMA hotline is Michelle Massicotte. Michelle, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good. I'm gonna run off some of your resume here. 2-time IFK World Champion, WKC 2012 world champion. You also dabble in jiu-jitsu and boxing. How do you have free time to do anything else besides just fight?
I don't really. I somehow manage to work and make it there every day. But I'm fortunate enough to work somewhere where I can get workouts in at lunchtime, and I do some self-defense classes with the kids, so it's great for them, and I can also get a workout in at the same time. So it works out good.
So have you been in the martial arts world your entire life?
Oh, absolutely not. I was 22 when I found martial arts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wish I'd found it earlier.
And then you actually work with the awesome organization RMA. Can you tell us your involvement with that organization real quick, and what you think of such an organization?
RMA has started the Rise Up Against Bullying movement, and our goal right now is to bring awareness to the subject and get the word out there, and hopefully in the next coming months start releasing our own steps for kids to follow in order to prevent bullying and what they can do to help themselves in certain situations. And we have a few UFC fighters that are coming on board the campaign, which is awesome. Raquel Pennington, who has a big fight coming up, UFC 171, is going to be rocking the shirt. And Daryl Schoonover actually walked out in the Rise Up shirt, which is great because the kids really look up to these fighters.
And then you define the word mixed martial arts. But real quick, which one is actually your favorite, or which one do you think it's your strongest point?
Oh, my strongest point is definitely kickboxing. This year, my main focus is to grow in jiu-jitsu and compete in tournaments in that, and also start doing some Muay Thai tournaments and fights as well. I've tried to in the past, but I've had a hard time finding opponents in Muay Thai, so hopefully this year that'll change.
Hi, Michelle. This is Guillermo. I just wanted to, just off of that, I wanted to know any upcoming fights you might have.
I'm doing a big tournament in Alberta, February 15th. It's the Mission A Series, and that's in Jiu-Jitsu. And I'm also going to be registering for the WKA North American World Championships in Richmond, Virginia, March 21st. But at this point, I'm still unsure if I'm going to have opponents. And that tournament actually has grappling, kickboxing, K1, Muay Thai, and MMA. So I'm going to put my name in for a bunch of those and see what turns up.
Yeah, Michelle, you mentioned earlier that you had trouble finding opponents in Muay Thai. Is that because more women are heading towards MMA in general as opposed to sticking to one specific martial art?
I'm sure it's a bit of that, as well as my height and my size. There are quite a few great fighters in Muay Thai and tournaments. Most of the girls aren't over 145 pounds, I find.
Oh, wow.
And I'm skin and bone at 160 pounds. So it's a little bit tougher for me. When I went into boxing, my main reason was because they put it in the Olympics, but also I just wanted more competitors. It's a little bit harder for me to find them at my height.
And then talking about your weight, is your ultimate goal to be in MMA eventually, especially since that weight class that you're in is a very difficult one to get into, especially because that's not a very popular weight class at the moment.
It's not. There definitely are some decent names out there at welterweight for women in MMA right now. The first time I stepped into the cage, my goal was just to see what it was like and see how it felt in there and just to face my biggest fear. And I really wasn't mentally prepared for all the areas it could go to, like the ground and up against the cage and the wrestling aspect. So right now I'm focusing on that. And Muay Thai as well adds the clinch and the elbows and the knees. So I definitely can see myself, once I feel like I'm as comfortable everywhere as I am with kickboxing, stepping back into the cage. But at this point, it's not an immediate goal of mine.
Now, Michelle, you mentioned you wanted to get into martial arts because to face your fears. How has martial arts helped you in general and like in life through facing fears and obstacles? People say martial arts is like almost as a meditation form. How does that help you in life in general? I know because you started kind of late at 22, but talk about your journey into martial arts and how it's helped you so far.
Oh, martial arts has completely changed my life. I was the chubby girl on the treadmill at Gold who watched martial arts classes through the glass for a solid year and never would have had the courage to go in and always wanted to try it. And it wasn't until actually a cousin of mine also wanted to try a class that I had the courage to go in with him. And I tried one class and they were just so friendly and so welcoming. And I fell in love with it instantly. I felt like I belonged there. I had the best sleep I'd ever had that night. I took out all my aggression. I got home and I just knew I had found my next passion in life.
Wow, that's amazing.
And then, real quick, you talked about your family real quick. Are you the only family member that is into mixed martial arts? Or can you also talk about how mixed martial arts in general is technically a family?
Oh, absolutely. I left home young. I moved out in grade 10 and always struggled with that sense of family for sure. And my gyms are my second homes. I feel like I can be myself there. It's my social life. You know, I have so many friends who don't understand why are you at the gym all the time, and it's my fitness, it's my mental health, but it's also my social time. It's fun for me. I love it. It's always taking me out of my comfort zone. There's always more to learn. And I find for me, despite the stereotypes, and of course there's going to be some in every sport, it's just the nicest, kindest people you'd ever meet. They're all challenging themselves. They live a healthier lifestyle, and it's just a very happy atmosphere to be in.
Now, you spoke about anti-bullying a little bit earlier. I just wanted to get it from you how people can get involved in that.
Okay, they can go to the FRMMA website, the Rise Up Against Bullying campaign. They can purchase a T-shirt. They can donate online, and also Me Strength, one of my main sponsors. Mm-hmm. They're a drink mix with 5 electrolytes, 5 grams of creatine, no sugars, calories, or preservatives. They come in a little packet. It's an amazing, amazing product. They are actually donating 15% of all their sale proceeds in March directly to the Rise Up Against Bullying campaign.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and they've also, starting immediately, have a coupon code that you can use. It's RMMA14, and that gives you 10% off your order. It also, they will donate 10% of your order to the Rise Up Against Bullying campaign.
Wow. Well, Michelle, we want to let you go now. Thank you for your time to speak with us. We would love to have you on again. Keep us updated on your career. We'd love to help you out. We're a big part of Redemption Martial Arts, and I just want to thank you again for taking the time to speak to us. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Sounds great, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
You too.
Please visit FiveRoundMMA.com on our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. FiveRoundMMA.com.
All right, welcome back. Now we're going to dive into the meat and bones of the bantamweight and featherweight divisions. One of the biggest questions left from Saturday was who's next for Jose Aldo and who's next for Renan Barão. Which I thought, if you guys saw the post-fight show on Fox Sports 1, the panel consisted of Kenny Florian, Brian Stan, and Chad Mendes. But yeah, it's kind of funny that all they talked about was Jose Aldo versus Anthony Pettis, a super fight with Chad Mendes right in the studio, kind of awkward a little bit. And they actually asked that little segment, Chad Mendes, state your case. Like on the spot.
What did he say?
And he deserves a fight. He thinks he's a better fighter from now on. But what do you guys think? I mean, should Jose Aldo just Chad Mendes said that he'll be a fan of the Anthony Pettis Jose Aldo fight. He'll watch it, but like he doesn't think that Jose Aldo should take the title with him, put the rest of the division on hold.
That's true.
He should just vacate the title and go up to 150. Stay at 155.
Yeah, Dana White said if it does happen, he has to vacate the title. 2 guys will contend for that belt. And
that's exactly what Chad Mendes said. That's exactly what he said.
And if Jose Aldo loses, he fights the winner out of the championship thing. Mm-hmm. Or if he wins, he just continues on his reign. But
are we being kind of selfish in thinking that Anthony Pettis should drop down to 145? Because that was the original shot, remember?
That was the original, but
that's because he wanted a title shot.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense for him to move up.
But can't Jose Aldo make the argument? You come down to me?
Yeah, he could, but it makes more sense at 155.
I'm just saying. No, wait.
And before, I'm a big Frankie Edgar hater, but I really think it should be Chad Mendes and Frankie Edgar for the featherweight belt.
Why Frankie Edgar?
Just because he has a name and you can sell tickets.
Well, actually,
wolf tickets.
Yeah, you can sell out wolf tickets with Frankie Edgar.
Like I mentioned earlier.
But what if he loses to BJ Penn?
I think if BJ Penn beats Frankie Edgar, I think they give him a title shot because he's BJ Penn.
Yeah, if BJ Penn wins, I think he faces Chad Mendes.
You don't think BJ Penn's just as a name like Frankie.
Oh no,
Edgar.
yeah, I think he's a bigger name than Frank Edgar.
You think they'll hold out for that? Maybe.
I would.
And you want to see
And
BJ Penn just hold it
it's not
out?
really-
If you're setting up a super fight, I would wait for the results of BJ Penn versus
and you
Frankie
still have
Edgar.
Conor McGregor in the
Okay.
Conor McGregor called out.
You know what? I'm like I don't do the Twitter. Who retweeted Conor McGregor's tweet?
That was me.
It was you? It was not me. It was not me.
We don't
Well,
condone
do that
actions
stuff.
like that at FiveRoundMMA.
Well, no, but just because he called out what's Jose Aldo, didn't he?
No, he's all like, I respect Lamas, but he fights for the chance. I fight because I love it or something like that.
You treated that dude?
Yeah,
Really?
because he called out pretty much Jose Aldo. It's
I
like,
think
give me a
you're-
shot with
I
Jose
think you're
Aldo.
missing the point on why we made this show, Guillermo. We
Conor
made this
McGregor.
show
The biggest
for a
Conor McGregor fan
different
right here.
view of MMA. We ain't trying to
Conor
be like
McGregor's coming
we
up,
ain't trying to
bro.
be like those marks out there that eat that stuff up. Right?
But you got guys like Chad Mendes. Well, I mean, it's because I was beating all these guys already.
Yeah,
So like, it's why.
yeah, but I think it should be Chad Mendes against somebody else. Either the winner at Frankie or BJ Penn, or you wait until Conor McGregor comes back and fights somebody, and then we have Conor McGregor versus Chad Mendes.
So this is if Jose Aldo goes up, right?
if Jose Aldo goes up.
What if he just stays?
If he stays, Chad Mendes deserves it 100%.
But
what
yeah,
do
I
you
heard
think?
Cub
What do you think,
Swanson's
Guillermo?
getting it.
Why
if
would
he
Cub
stay.
Swanson get it?
I
Chad
totally agree.
Mendes
I
is the
totally
one that
agree with you,
deserves
but
it,
I
man.
totally agree. I think Chad Mendes should get the title.
If anything, while we wait, Chad Mendes should fight Cub Swanson.
Cub
right?
Swanson won't do it. Cub Swanson is gonna fight Jose Aldo if
Makes no sense
if
to
he
me.
stays in. I know it doesn't make sense to me
absolutely
either.
no sense to me.
I say they do a little small tournament again. Like I always think they should be doing a small tournament. Frankie Edgar and BJ Penn. Then you got Cub Swanson, Chad Mendes, and Conor McGregor, and you throw in one more person in
Yeah,
there.
I mean Conor McGregor and your boy Jeremy Stevens. He's kind of on
Oh yeah,
fire.
Jeremy
145.
Stevens is on fire.
He's what 2-0, 3-0 on the
He's
featherweight.
not on a tear. He's on fire.
He's on fire, not on a tear yet. One more
Okay.
win, he's on a tear.
Also, there's also the wild card Clay Guida at 145 too.
Oh,
right?
that's true. Who has a win over Anthony Pettis?
Clay Guida does not deserve a title shot anytime soon.
anywhere in any division.
No, he's more of a gatekeeper than
If he can
anything
beat Cub
else.
Swanson, does he not deserve one?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I can name a couple people that beat Cub Swanson.
Like Ricardo Lamas?
Exactly.
What?
Nah. But what's next for Carl Lamas? He's just back in the middle of the pack, don't you think?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, 'cause
I think the featherweight division has more to do with what Jose Aldo's going to do.
Yeah.
Well, on the bantamweight, I think this is where the real train wreck.
Well, before that,
Is that-
the thing that sucks about Ricardo Lamas going back into the pack is that it took him so much to get to the
pack.
top of
Yeah.
the pack that because he doesn't, call out people and
Yeah.
stuff like that, it's gonna hinder
I
him.
think he would have made more fans if he just was bloodied up and just stood toe to toe. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Instead of just kind of trying to survive like he did.
Mhm.
So it's gonna take another like 10 wins forever.
Like, could
for
you
him
imagine
to
if he like
ever
stood
get
in
a
the
title
pocket
shot.
and traded with Jose Aldo and like just came out all bloody and like bruised, but
Yeah,
like
a lot more.
a lot more.
Well,
fans
if
that
it was
way,
hard enough to sell him the first time, imagine trying to sell him the second time.
Yeah, but yeah. So basically, Chad Mendes said that he doesn't want the featherweight division on hold, but it's on hold right
That's
now.
exactly what he did.
It's on hold.
And,
It's definitely on hold.
Now that we go into the bantamweight, real quick before we get into the debates here, it's funny that once Dominic Cruz gets relinquished of the title, he drops all the way down to number 10.
Yeah, what was
I
up
thought
with
that was
that?
funny.
And the
I was
bantamweight
like,
division.
how is it that
Actually-
he stayed the champion for so long, and then when he finally took the belt away from, he's in
I got
the
a
10th
couple
spot.
of things on the list. Is like, how do you put Benson Henderson down after winning?
They put him down?
Yeah, they dropped
I
him
didn't
down,
see him.
and they put up people that haven't, like Vitor Belfort.
Yeah, and pound for pound, he's down 3 spots, number 12.
yeah.
After a win?
After
Yeah.
a win, so he beats Josh Thompson, and instead of going up, he goes down. And it's like that doesn't make sense.
That's in the pound for
when
pound.
there's some fighters on there that haven't fought in a while.
Actually, Ronda Rousey's number 9 in pound for pound. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm all for equality and all, but I don't really agree with that. Just because, like, when you guys pound for pound, you think fighting each other, right? Or
Yeah, right, that's how I
kinda
picture it.
you.
like just like
Measure
overall
it.
record.
I would measure it if they were all.
That's
in
why I
this-
think the pound for pound list is incorrect because Cain Velasquez will beat everybody on this list.
That's a debate.
Allegedly.
That's, actually, I kind of agree with that too.
Nah.
But so let's go down to the bantamweight division, which I think is even foggier, like you said, than the featherweight
Yeah,
division. It's
and-
not because it's not a hold. This is nobody to fight.
And
Right?
the only thing that makes sense to me is to do a rematch with Uriah Faber, because if you look at everybody underneath Uriah Faber, Michael McDonald got destroyed, right? Eddie Wineland got destroyed. TJ Dillashaw, I don't think, has proved himself yet. I mean, you do have Rafael Assunção, but
He's just the one like the favorite right now.
yeah, but just because he hasn't fought him doesn't mean they should. That's the logical
Here's my
matchup, I
thing.
think.
Here's my thing. Uriah Faber has lost twice now.
Yeah, but because the way this last
wait.
fought lost.
He's lost twice already to him.
No, he lost once.
twice.
Keep going.
Well, we don't
How
know.
do you sell? It told you it's not about the fights.
A bad stoppage. That's how you sell.
Well, if you like that, Ryan Faber's a big star. If they're gonna put Frank Yeager versus BJ Penn 3 together, they could put Frank Yeager versus Henry Brown versus Ryan Faber 3
Do you
together.
think Uriah Faber is that big of a star, though?
That they got now? Yeah.
Not to the hardcore MMA fan, to the normal person.
I think so. I think if you go
That
ask,
they want to see Faber versus
if you
Brow
go,
3.
No, I'm saying if you go ask people about Uriah Faber, they'll be like, "Oh, does he need that UFC champion?" I bet you'll get that a lot from people that aren't a hardcore follower of UFC. They'll already assume that he's some kind of champion because you see him everywhere.
Well, honestly, he might even just go back and fight and earn title shot like he did the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I mean, I got no problem with that too. But I'm just saying it just makes more sense to me to just give him the rematch first before you figure out who is Henry Brow's next new opponent.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I mean, because you got the bantamweight division, you got Michael McDonald, who you beat Eddie Wineland, who looked great, but he just got knocked out before.
Well,
that
Henry
to
Brow
Henry
pretty
Brown.
much just cleared the division.
I mean, TJ Dillashaw's name's about that just because Ryan Faber threw his name out there, but I think we all see TJ Dillashaw is not even there yet, right?
Well,
Yeah.
TJ Dillashaw
Like
is gonna get the title shot. I bet
would
you.
like TJ Dillashaw to fight like Michael McDonald, and if he could beat Michael McDonald, then I'll be like, I'll be all behind him. Going for it, but I think he still needs one more big win. Even if he does against Eddie Wineland, I mean, I think he still needs one big win to really be contender.
Also, Bruce Leroy.
But
He's too far down though.
Yeah, I know,
He's a dark horse. I agree. No, I
yeah.
totally agree with you. That
Okay, let's
Bruce
put it this
Leroy
way.
is.
If Bruce Leroy gets matched up with TJ Dillashaw and he beats TJ Dillashaw, does Bruce Leroy deserve a title shot?
I don't know.
Is that enough to put him there?
You know what?
No.
Do you think?
Then okay, but wait, I was trying. I know you guys were gonna say no because that just shows you that TJ Dillashaw doesn't deserve the belt.
True.
I know. But
I think the UFC were trying to was banking on Sergio Pettis a little bit.
Yeah,
Because
I
he
think
was
they
I
were.
think so. I think so.
Because he came in
I think
undefeated
he
and
was
lost.
invisibly written in the 5 spot,
Yeah.
but because they're like he didn't win, they're like, dang, now we gotta put TJ Dillashaw up there.
Yeah, really. Also, we got I think no secret here, Eric Perez, Gorito Perez, but I think we all agree that he's kind of.
Yeah, I mean, he was so
had that-
red hot. but then
Imagine the party in Mexico if he would have
Yeah.
his title shot and he wins, but
he's still 3 fights. I think he's still 3 fights away from even being considered.
yeah.
Yeah, that loss
Yeah,
set him back quite a bit.
The stock took a big hit when he
Yeah.
took that
Even though the
loss.
mask thing is such a good idea, so
Yeah.
marketable.
I think that
it
they
worked
are
for Rey Mysterio. It should
Yeah,
work
I
for
think they
him.
are kind of just taking Eric Perez one fight at a time because they see
I think they should.
the value there in having him as a successful fighter. But I think also the wild card is Dominic Cruz, right?
And that's who should get the next title
Well,
shot.
wait, again,
is Dominic Cruz.
he's so. I mean, is he gonna be healthy?
4th of July.
How long is this?
4th of July, Henry Barao versus Dominic Cruz.
That made a good enough timetable actually.
Dang,
But you
I'll
think
go
like
see
Dominic?
that.
Obviously Dominic Cruz will
I
take
gotta
the
get
fight.
the number from you.
Obviously he'll take
I
the.
don't give
he'll-
away my
Yeah,
contact,
he'll
sorry.
take the fight just because it's big money and it's his first title shot that he never lost. But like, is it the smart thing to do after you're off for
That's
2 or
it,
3 years?
the
But
thing.
if you-
And your
Dominic
first
Cruz should
fight
be
back-
eased up on this.
No,
I'm
but
thinking
look,
you should
your
just
first
throw
fight
him in
back
the
is
But
wall.
if you
Henry
think
Brown.
about it, in Dana White's perspective, you set up that fight and you start setting up the next people in line. Because right now, pretty much you're banking on TJ Dillashaw.
That's-
No, I was banking on Bruce Leroy.
Okay,
the
Bruce
fact that you're banking on Bruce Leroy it shows you how thin this
that's my
division
point.
is.
That you're banking on Bruce Leroy or TJ Dillashaw to face Henry Brown next. Do you really want to see that fight? Either or.
Yeah.
You probably want to see a knockout, but do you want to see a competitive
oh.
How
fight?
about let's build up the hype? Let's set up Dominic Cruz and Henry Brown that's gonna sell wolf tickets. That's gonna sell out. Headline a pay-per-view. I think it could headline, and then set up TJ Dillashaw or Bruce Leroy to fight the winner.
Okay.
Could be.
Sure. I agree.
Is that it for today?
Yep.
Yeah. Bantamweight, featherweight. See what happens. I think they're all both on
All
hold now,
these
right?
low weights.
All these
Well,
low
at
weights.
least the Brazilians still have a belt.
Oh yeah.
Um,
The Brazilians reign. I think
For
honestly,
now.
it's gonna be for a while. Actually,
For
These-
now.
these
Well,
two guys are.
Henry Brow's probably gonna be the only one that's gonna be able to keep that belt.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Well,
Well,
real
if he
quick.
vacates the featherweight,
Real quick. If do you guys like Anthony Pettis or Jose Aldo in that fight? If they're
I like Anthony Pettis.
I dislike both of them, but I dislike Jose Aldo more now for some odd reason. I don't know what it is.
What
he rubbed
is
me the
wrong-
wrong.
this
He rubbed
guy-
me the wrong way again, and I'm gonna go in at Anthony Pettis.
This guy talked about Showtime, talked about Jose Aldo, how he loves him and how he wants to watch him fight all the time.
It's,
And now
it's what the heel turn is very quick. Is what people don't understand. It's a
I'm
quick
just
quick
swag,
snap.
but
You know.
it's the
I think
fake
you know
pop.
what it is. It's the headphones on the neck, huh? That's what it is.
It could be
because they both come out the headphones around the neck now.
It could be those giant. I know, and they don't even look like they're like big puffy ones, dude. I don't like that. But anyways,
all right. So check in next week because we're gonna have a breakdown. I think our heads are gonna explode previewing Gegard Mousasi versus Lyoto Machida,
which will probably be the whole
shouldn't
show.
be a big breakdown. Gegard Mousasi's
we
winning
should just
that.
throw Lord
like,
I'm
going to Las Vegas. I'm gonna put some money on Gegard Mousasi.
As a fight fan, aren't you just like salivating for this matchup? I mean, two like world class strikers. All they do is strike. Is that they're gonna go up head to head? Like, how is this not pay per view? This is in Brazil.
And then it's gonna be a ground game.
It's gonna be Brazil on Fox Sports on Saturday. It's like I'm salivating to think about this fight. It's gonna be amazing.
I'm telling you, we should just do a Lord Threats special edition Machida versus Greg Mousasi. It's the whole show.
Yeah,
we don't even got to talk about the whole card. We can talk about Machida and Mousasi all day long. I can talk about Mousasi training with Ronda Rousey, throwing around like a sack of potatoes. We can talk about Machida and his exceptional training. I mean, he goes on
running on logs, right? Is that what he does? What else
Can we end the show? Because I'm tired of Machida already.
All right. So until then, make sure to follow us on Twitter at FiveRoundMMA. Subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube. Make sure to like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. And also check out OvertimeDanSoda.com where you can read our weekly articles, commentaries, editorials, all that good stuff. And also get your sports fix. I'm pretty sure there's a pretty good Super Bowl articles up now. Also check out FiveRoundMMA.com, the first place you can see our web show. And I want to thank all of our sponsors, starting with Redemption Martial Arts. It's a movement to spread the awareness of bullying and help people defend themselves with verbal self-defense and spread the movement of anti-bullying. So check out redemptionmartialarts.com. So see how you can get involved in this great movement. I want to thank the Madhouse clothing line.
Oh, before we go, the Madhouse, we're doing an actual giveaway. So you got a hashtag.
MMA against bullying, right?
Yeah, and then you can see all the rules to the giveaway at themadhouse.com.
Yep. Don't forget that hashtag.
MMA against bullying. And then also shop themadhouse.com and also follow them on Twitter at themadhouseMMA. And also a big thank you to Top Rated MMA, makers of 100% American-made MMA apparel. Go shop topratedmma.com and follow them on Twitter at topratedmma. Excuse me, Albert, take it away. My voice is going away. Too much excitement.
I like to thank our executive producer, Guillermo Cita, our engineer there, Ali the Trolley, our sound engineer, Roswell with Roswell Records. Hit him up for any type of audio recording needs, even live recording needs.
Even live.
And thanks everybody for listening.
Cream of the crop.